If we beat Stockport and Altrincham beat Chelmsford, that final day is going to be tense as hell because we'll still be in with a chance. And we have beaten Stockport at Edgeley Park this year, so anything can happen, really.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Lathe. As always, if you're still enjoying the save, drop a like on the video. That would be tremendous. Incidentally, I'm also streaming live over on Twitch right now as we speak, so if you fancy some more FM content after this video, then do be sure to check out the link in the description to the streams. It's going interestingly, it'd be fair to say. So yeah, hope to see you over there. So, 4 games. It's not quite 4 games, 1 title like it was last season. Those were the good old days. It's more 4 games, maybe outside shot of getting in the playoffs, you never know, maybe, perhaps. Is it bad I'm starting to dislike Hereford more than Blackhaven? No, I actually quite like our little rivalry with Hereford. We seem to have the same kind of issues with them as we do with Blackhaven, to be honest, and I quite like that we've got this little rivalry, particularly as, like, if we don't go up, which I don't think we will, there's very little chance of that, I really hope the Hereford don't either, just because 1, we'll get one over them, and 2, because we get 2 more rivalry matches against them next year, since we won't be playing against Blackhaven, since they're almost certainly going to win the league, although they haven't actually done that yet. They drew a game off camera, and Wrexham won, so the lead is only 10 points, with 4 to go. Ben 10, red cards. Yes. Wasn't Curzon Ashton once married to Demi Moore? Correct. This is also very true. So, I've done a little bit of digging into our defensive setups for free kicks and corners. Now, they're kind of similar to what I've used on previous saves, which makes me think that perhaps the reason they're not working is because those were designed for better players, and we've kind of got to be a bit more sensible at this level. So I've adjusted them myself. We kind of got nothing to lose at this point because we're bad. We've conceded 10 times from indirect free kicks this season, which is the most in the league. That's our real issue. Corners are okay. They're still not great, but they could be a lot worse. It's the indirect free kicks that we need to sort. So I have made some changes to it, both from a defensive standpoint and from us breaking on other teams, because I noticed that some of the players were in weird positions, and I should have had players in other ones. So we will see. In addition to that, we've also got a youth intake sometime in today's episode, because it was actually April this time around. We're expecting an excellent group of players, so you never know. And Premier League clubs have just released players from their youth take, and I, as usual, offer them all trials, but this time 2 of them have accepted, a guy from Leeds and a guy from Nottingham Forest. One's called Nicky Pratt and one's called Luke O'Reilly or something like that, and they both look very, very good. So if we could sign those guys up, that could be next season and a couple of really awesome regens, so that's fun. Jake O'Reilly, not Luke O'Reilly. Luke O'Reilly's our goalkeeper, Matt. So, what do we do? Putman Kiteley is back. It'd be fair to say he's well rested, given that he's not played in about 6 weeks. It's also just occurred to me that actually he got sent off earlier this season as well, so he's had 3 red cards. He's going for the double-double. He's had 3 player of the match, 3 yellows, 3 reds, 4 goals and 5 assists. He's done it all. But I think bringing him back in today, particularly with the absence of Mark Jackman, I mean, you can see the star rating's really suffered on him, hasn't it? Even Witten's kind of at the same level as him and has actually had, arguably, a better season. The other thing I'm going to do is bring in Jacob Owen instead of Jack Taylor, because Taylor has made some horrendous errors so far this season. So the bench will be Emery, Perez de Gracia, Lyle, Williamson and Webster. Away from home. We've got 3 games away from home in this period too. Apparently we owe them. I forgot we must have lost them earlier this year. There's been a lot more defeats this year to keep track of. All we can do is hope and rely on the other teams around us. I'm not super confident, but I just want to see how close we can run it. Like, we were in a horrendous position on stream yesterday and managed to win our final 7 games of the season to qualify for the Champions League with Uni out of Madeira, so anything is possible is all I'm trying to say. See if we can do it today. If anything, I'd say that might be the main problem. Trying to use man-marking setups in this division when you've got players that don't have very good marking attributes could well be the biggest downfall. So we're just trying to put bodies in sensible positions now and hoping that that does the best for us. Stockport have got the lead, although they're not really... Oh, no, they actually are. Mottram's into the channel. Can he find Ben Mills? Goes back for Witten. Putman Kiteley sneaking into the far post. Just got to pick him out. Lovely ball for Donnelly Blackburn. Good first touch to bring it down. All the way through for Putman Kiteley. Oh my God. We need him to actually sort of step up and be a hero for us, and he's just skewed one wide there, but that was nice. If he can just, like... He's the kind of player that was capable of... He's the kind of player that was capable of just taking this team by the scruff of the neck. And last season, he almost single-handedly... Oh, great, ball over the top. And number 5 has mucked it up again. What is it about that number 5 position, no matter who we put there? I just think that we don't have a good enough centre-back pairing, as Guiseley take the lead against us here. We lose the ball too easily there. I don't know why he's tried to play that ball, but the problem is when they get the ball in this midfield area, that's the one weakness, well, not the one, the biggest weakness of this tactic is because if they get the ball in this clean area, the DMs are too deep. But then that number 5 is always getting caught under the ball. No matter who plays in that role, obviously we don't have squad numbers because it's lower leagues. We don't often come up against teams that play like that, and I do kind of wonder if just dumping both of these guys up into midfield might not be the worst idea in the world. Because Simba, he's slightly more advanced, Donnelly Blackburn. Can he get the ball in? There's a bit of space for him. And Mills! Good save. Right, okay, almost instantly we've created something. I'm popping the 2 wide players further up the pitch as well. Well, what a snivelingly poor performance. Just dreadful. Did nothing from an attacking standpoint in the entire game, basically, and lose to a side who are very, very poor. Yeah, I mean, that's just... You don't get promoted when you play like that, basically. We're so good at having these bad games, unfortunately. Right, we must press on. Oh, we have a youth intake, and it's not exactly fantastic. Bear in mind the level we're at. It's not great. Nobody even... I mean, this will change, obviously, once we know a bit more about them. The best player is Harrison Hopewell, who is a left-sided winger with 3 crossing and 4 dribbling. Yeah. We've also got Craig Mead, who actually is, from a physical standpoint, definitely better, but lacks literally any strike play. And other than that, I guess we've got Alistair Hewitt, who's a ball-winning midfielder. It's not fantastic, is it? We don't have good facilities. I don't know what we were expecting. Right, we're back. So, honestly, I think there was a time and a place for tinkering, and I honestly don't think it was during that Guiseley game. Not that I think we would have got that much better, but I don't think anything I did made us any better either. So, sometimes it's best to just let the system work, and sometimes, hopefully, that it will. So today we're away at Southport, who's managed by James Beattie, which is quite cool, who are right down there on the cusp of relegation. So this should be easier, but you just don't know. We've beaten them once this season anyway. Not right, it was Pratt. He's the guy from Leeds that we were looking at the left back. Right, so Mottram, Mills, Putman, Kirtley, he's got to step it up. Lyle, really? Or is Witten injured? I think I still want Witten just because he's got that pace and Lyle doesn't. He's got better crossing than Witten, but he's definitely not got the pace. Everybody else we're going to have to go with this. I'm going to bring Jack Taylor back in again because Ruben Lau is good, but his partner just never quite there. So the bench will be Emery, Perez de Gracia, Lyle, Williamson, and Webster. Look, there's actually a bit of variation in the sort of strategies being played. They've lost a lot of games in a row. We need to go win here. No ifs, no buts, let's win. I'm not super confident, to be honest. We just don't look quite good enough. We look like a mid-table team, and that's exactly where we kind of are right now. Every now and then, we've shown a little bit of a glimpse at being potentially slightly more than that, but for the most part, I think that's kind of where we lie. I'm going to tell the team to focus play through the middle. Sometimes this does work against sides that play that exact shape. Not this exact shape, but something, a variant of it. We will see. Holmes. Space for here. Kasimba. Mills round the side for Mottram again! And that is wide. Oh, better. I don't think it helps that we don't have the tallest of teams, which is why we're not excellent in the air a lot of the time, particularly from the centre-back perspective. Witten. Come on, Robert. Find some space for us, bud. Goes past one. Ball across to Mottram, and a good save again by the goalkeeper, but another chance. Over the top again for Mottram. He can bring it down, finds Mills. This is more like it. These two linking up better. Mills. Oh, look at the space. He's going to shoot. Oh, just wide from Mills again, but maybe Putman Kirtley could have been slotted in. Putman Kirtley with a corner now. Whips it across and headed. Oh, come on, man. How did that not go in? Oh, Witten's through again. And again saved. And again. Oh, my giddy aunt. Right, okay, this is some good stuff from us. We're putting the pressure on them now. Well, all in all, really good performance in the first half. Just did not find the back of the net somehow. Heck, if we had to scrape a 1-0, then so be it. Raphael Shea. Ball in. Mottram. Witten. Saved again by the goalkeeper. My lord. Right, cleared. Mottram brings it down. This is more like it. Finds Mills. Space on both sides. Mills has just gone straight through. And it's saved again by Hanford. I'm a bit perturbed, I'm not going to lie. I think we've done well from a chance creation perspective. I think, generally speaking, it's been a good performance from us. Mills again. Can he get past his man? He's through again. And saved again. Sometimes it just ain't your day, and today it just feels like one of those games. Can't fault them in terms of their actual effort. Kasimba again. Mills brings it down. He's got to skin this guy, and this is more like it from Ben Mills. This is what we haven't seen from him for a while. Mills, he's through again. Blocked. And Mottram has put it wide. Stowe. Lyle does well again. Delivers it to Mottram. It's 2-on-2 at the top side. Mottram's beaten his man. He's through on goal. But he'll probably miss again, though. Yes, he has. It's just the 8 chances we've missed in this game. Won by Lyle. Good stuff. Mottram. Round the side for Ben Mills. He's through again. Yes! Ben Mills in the 89th minute gives us the lead. I think we probably deserved it. We're still going to be 6 points off the playoff, but at least we've bloody won this match. I can't believe this is only going to be 1-0. Created 9 chances. This is the kind of stuff we needed to do. Lyle's done all right since he come on, but this is a great ball from Liam Mottram. Once this, Ben Mills is through. He gets just close enough to the goalkeeper that he can't make the stop. Only his 16th of the season, but it's a really, really good piece of play from Mottram and Mills, and we've got the lead finally. Bloody hell. It only took 9 chances to get the goal, but we did it in the end. Lyle. He's throwing through again here. Oh, and he's hit the crossbar with it. I wonder. What a save from O'Reilly. That is an incredible stop to bail us out there. After all that hard work, it could have just nearly gone up in smoke if it wasn't for Luke O'Reilly there. O'Reilly looks for Lyle again. He's been really obvious, like he's been just getting into good position so far. Lyle loses out. Southport 0, Whitport 1. We got the win in the end, eventually. Took a bit of a task and a half, but we did at least get the victory, go to 55 points. Right, we move on. We're still in this, technically, although goal difference could play a factor as well. The point is, we're not going to, are we? Right, we're back it's Stockport County. I forgot that the next game was Stockport. This is huge. So who are Chelmsford playing for a start? They're away at 4th place Altrincham. If we beat Stockport and Altrincham beat Chelmsford, that final day is going to be tense as hell because we'll still be in with a chance. And we have beaten Stockport at Edgeley Park this year, so anything can happen, really. And on that note, this guy came through my scouting report. It's a guy called Cud Joe Bean. I've never seen Cud Joe be a first name, and then to add Bean into the mix. Terrific stuff. It's my own intro for Regen Sunday, despite it being a Tuesday. Right, who have we got? So, Kevin Lyle, I think he deserves to start, quite frankly. Witten's kind of gone off the boil a little bit lately. Unfortunately, we're losing players at the back line, but that does not happen. I'm not putting... No, that's more like it, yeah. Harry Shepherd, though, is back, which is very good news. Jacob Owen will come back into the team alongside Ruben Lau due to the suspensions. Putman Kiteley, I'm still going to give him another chance, but he definitely has to improve. So the bench, Emery, Shea, Witten, Williamson, and Perez de Gracia. I've never seen a player have such a good season, one season, and then have such a poor season the following year. It's quite the turnaround from our boy. Now, John Young is a goal machine for Stockport County, unfortunately, and we're going to have to do our best to try and limit him, but that's going to be tough. So I want to see how important that's actually going to be for us today. Having Shepherd back and giving Kevin Lyle a proper chance for us could well be the difference. But if we beat Stockport, oh my goodness, that final day of the season game away at York City is going to be an absolute cracker. Shepherd again. Mills. Blocked again. Wait, we could win this back here. Ball through. Mottram! It's in the back of the net. Liam Mottram has given us the lead. His 21st goal of the year. He's an unlikely hero. I did not expect him to be the player this season that he was. I thought Ben Mills would still be the man, but it seems Mottram has really taken this season by the scruff of the neck. But Ben Mills, great work from the assists here. Like, this is not an easy ball to pick out. Just dinks it in there. Mottram's backpedaling, still gets the header. Robinson can't make the save, and we lead at home to Stockport County. This is more like it, lads. This would put us to within 3 points of them, but their goal difference is 5 better. So we really, if we're going to win this, we need to beat them by a few goals, and that's the problem. Shepherd, ball across, cleared away. Kevin Lyle brings us down. Can he drop it off for Donnelly Blackburn? Just wide. Very nice work. We just need more. We're winning, which is good, but there's still that 5 difference in goal difference. Even if we could just get a second goal, it could bring that gap down to 3, and you just never know. And Kevin Lyle hasn't exactly done well, because Simba's ball in, though. And it's just a simple clearance. But we've got men back now, you notice. Like, defensively, we don't look so vulnerable for... Oh, wait, what? It's a penalty! Sorry, I didn't even see... Wow, come on, Ben. Make this 2-0. This is a big goal if we can score it. Oh, Millsy slashes it in the bottom corner. Whitport 2, Stockport County 0. The goal difference gap now comes down to 3 points. If we grab ourselves a third goal, this could put us in a really strong position, because it would mean that, basically, if we win this 3-0, if they lose and we win on the final day, we get into the playoffs, because we have got more goals scored than them, and in order for us to win and them to lose, there will have to be a goal difference swing. Clearance-ish. Got to get out to him and make the follow-up block, though, and we haven't. That's easy. What a save from O'Reilly. My goodness, he's made some solid stops in this game, and in the previous one. Darlington found an equaliser against Curzon Ashton. Oh, please don't concede now. We're in a position where there could still be good stuff. Oh, what on earth are you doing? What a base of blocking. Defensively, we've certainly got away with it today. Just like we did earlier this season against Stockport, ironically. We weren't particularly good in that game either and still got the win. I think they've been a bit unfortunate in both games against us, to be clear. Oh, we should have got to that. 5 seconds to go. Doesn't win it in the air, but it should be enough. And it's 2-0. Whitport 2, Stockport 0. Absolute muggery, to be honest. They had the better chances than us, but it doesn't matter what you do in those positions. So, goal difference of 3 better than us. So we need to go and win that final day game and hope that they lose, and hope that other miracles happen elsewhere. Otherwise, we're going to fall just short, but it's still there. It's still doable. So, here we are. Final day. Where are Stockport? Oh my god. Well, I think barring a miracle, that the likelihood of us getting that last playoff spot is pretty slim. So, how do we set this one up? Again, not doing that. Actually, maybe we should try that. Maybe we should actually give Donnelly Blackburn an opportunity to play at centre-back, because he's just got those better technical abilities. Maybe that'll do the trick for us. I don't know. Still going to persist with Kevin Lyle today, I feel like, just because he has shown me something that Robert Witten hasn't as of late. So the bench will be Perez de Gracia, Tabram, Witten, Williamson and Shea. So they've steadily been climbing up the league towards the end of the season, having started poorly, then done really well, and then done really poorly. They're in good form, is what I'm trying to say. Right then, it is now or never. I love that they have a guy called Reece York playing for York. That's very appropriate. We need a big result. One thing I would say, though, is in the 3 games we played today, no goals conceded from set pieces. Now, that could just be pure fortune, but it's a good sign. It's also worth pointing out that we've only conceded 1 goal in these 3 matches, which is actually a bit of a turn up for the books by our standards. And if we can carry on playing like that next season, because I worked out that nearly over 40% of the goals we conceded this year have been from set pieces. It was 10 from indirect free kicks, 5 from corners, 3 from direct free kicks, and then 4 penalties or something like that. It was a lot. Ball in. Lau! Oh, it's a penalty somehow. I'm not entirely sure how it's a penalty or who was fouled, but it doesn't actually matter because Ben Mills are stepping up and it's a simple save for Baptiste, and now we've missed a penalty. I mean, the chances have been there so far for us, amazingly. And Stockport are winning anyway at the moment, and we're looking like we're going to drop down, if anything. And wow. Sorry. Curzon Ashton are 6-0 up over Guiseley in the first half. Oof. And Jong Young has scored for Stockport. It's not really a huge surprise. Right, okay, I don't get it anymore. Like, they do the same thing at every single set piece most of the time when they score. It's ball to the back post, player wins it no matter what happens. And I've tried to design the new set piece defensive thing. Why is no one marking him? He is literally the one guy that should be marked. And I think, unfortunately, at the lower league levels, it is quite simply the players are not good enough to follow the instructions. And as a result, that will happen. I don't know. It's disappointing to finish off the season with a performance like this. They've had a lot of shots, but they clearly can't have been very dangerous because they've never been in the highlights, but they're not long shots. It's really strange. I'm not sure where they're shooting from. Lyle into the channel. He's not going to keep that in, is he? He has, but it's not going to make any difference. Oh, we've got a corner at least. See, they have a defender that can make those runs to block that, but we never seem to be able to. Kasimba's through, and it's a good save by Baptiste, and yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, it does look like we're going to kind of go down with a whimper in the end. We gave it a little shot. We beat Stockport, which was a big one, but in the end, it looks like it's not going to matter anyway. I think Stockport have just scored again in their game, to be fair. Wow. What a season for Putman Kiteley. He's either been injured or suspended for most of the year. I can only hope that that's the worst season of his entire career, and that he comes back stronger next season. It's 2-1 in the other game, but it's not going to matter. I think that we've actually got a lot better in the second half, for a start, which is weird. And this is a penalty as well, apparently. Dearie me. Davidson steps up for York and scores it. It's 2-0 to York City. And we are very much staying in this division not for the foreseeable future so much as we are definitely going to be in it next season, that is for sure. We just need I still don't think we're that far off of being quite decent. It's 9-0 to Curzon Ashton. Not quite going to get to double figures, it would seem, but that's quite the result. Witten with the ball out wide. Finds a cross. Keeper will somehow... Oh, no, he's let go of it, and that will do it. Oh, dear. Not the best way to finish the season. We've won 2, lost 2 in that period. It basically sums us up in a nutshell, really. We missed the penalty in this one and conceded 2 goals from various forms of set pieces. I don't know. We definitely have looked better, but it was the same. When we do concede them, it's the same thing over and over again. Hopefully, we can be better than that next year and just concede less of them in general. Putman Kiteley is out for another 8 weeks. Now, of course, it's over the summer, so it's not the end of the world, but it's still not good that he's continuing to get injuries like this, unfortunately. So, their end of our first season in the 6th tier. Now, in the grand scheme of things, coming 9th is actually not bad, really, when you think about it. If we could just tighten up from the defensive side, and I don't even mean from, like, open play defensively. We conceded now, that 24 of those goals have come from set pieces of some form, either penalties, indirect free kicks, corners, or direct free kick. That's too much. That is too much. If we could have just halved that, literally, our goal difference would be close to the 16. And that sort of, in theory, those extra goals and extra points would probably put us a comfortable playoff team. With the right signings in the summer, I do think we can do that. And just tightening up at the back, getting better at defending set pieces, getting another centre-back that's really tall and domineering in the air might also be what we need to do. Like a 6'4", 6'5" kind of guy to really give us that aerial presence that could make all the difference. We could just send him to those positions. Transfer window. Next episode is transfer window. Got a transfer outfit. It is janky AF, which is what you would come to expect from me. I'll explain more about that later. Southport ended up going down in the end. What a slump for them. They even lost to us, for crying out loud. And we've got an analysis video later today, so join me for that at 9 o'clock. Obviously, I'm also streaming right now too, so this is going to get a little bit messy all over the shop as things go. So yeah, do that. I'll see you guys soon. If you've enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And hold your gun, Capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.